Everyone, Zeddy here again today with another March of the Lich King card review, and the last of the warrior cards have been revealed. And well, does warrior have a standing chance? Well, I think they do. These cards are pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie. And yes, you'll see the pun. It's very painful. But no, these cards look really strong, and warrior might actually have a chance. And well, if you want to have a chance to play some of these cards, we do have our giveaway going on for 3 mega bundles, 2 regular pre-orders out of my pocket. All you have to do is like and comment on this video in the description below, the one you're looking at where I'm looking like a total dumbass, and also subscribe to the channel. Every 1,000 subs until all the cards are revealed on Saturday, I will add another mega bundle. Hit that sub button, make me go broke. So there are 5 more warrior cards to go over. We've been pretty down on the ones revealed so far, but I gotta say, this is gonna address a lot of the issues warrior have right now. Starting off with Light of the Phoenix, a 4 mana fire spell. See, they're pretty fire, these cards. You draw 2 cards, not great. However, it costs 1 less for each damage friendly character. So this goes into Enraged Warrior, goes in any like Whirlwind style warrior really well, and you can get this down to 0 pretty quickly. Like, your face is probably going to be damaged, and then if you have 3 damage minions, boom, it's 0 mana draw 2, and at the worst, like 1 or 2 mana draw 2. That's strong. One of the things that's lacking the most for Enraged Warrior right now is there's very little card draw, and well, Light of the Phoenix will help a lot with that, but it doesn't necessarily have to be Enraged Warrior. You could put it more into a control shell where it's got whirlwinds and other stuff. In Wild, you have Risky Skipper. This is just something you can throw in there on top of Battle Rage for just really good draw. Like, more redundancy is great with card draw options in decks, and Light of the Phoenix is a great card. It's a really good card. I'm gonna give this a 4 to 5 in standard, 4 to 5 in wild, because just getting cheap card draw, we know how good that is. And when it's not that hard to activate, and also this fire tag might be relevant in just a little bit, I just think it's a really strong card that warrior absolutely needs. Next, we have another fire spell. These cards are just fire. Blazing Power, a 2 mana spell. And again, Enraged Warrior is going to love this card. Give a minion +1/+1, so not fantastic. However, repeat for each damage friendly character. This is like the imp location for Warlock, except it's not a location, so one-time use, and instead of imps, it's damage minions. So again, you have a wide board of damage stuff. Let's say you have 7 damage minions and you're damaged yourself. This can be 2 mana +8/+8. Right? Because you get 7, actually no, you can get 8 loops on it, because it's got the base of +1/+1, and I'm pretty sure I'm reading correctly, it's each damage friendly character. So again, 7 minions possible, including your hero. That can be +9/+9 for 2 mana. That is the imp location, except the location could never do that because it took a spot on the board and it didn't count the hero. So this is like the cheapest buff for the most stats, I believe, ever. Like, it just is. It is ridiculous, and this is like a 5-star Enraged card. In Wild, there's like charge implications with this. Risky Skipper, like Crab Rider, charge. There are some real crazy OTKs this can enable, where I'm gonna give this a 4 in Wild. This is such a ridiculous card. We've seen how these buffs can work, but yeah, I think Warrior got a 5-star buff, and it doesn't just have to be, again, as I said, it doesn't just have to be Enraged Warrior. If you're just playing a combo style deck, you have a bunch of damage things. This is so much damage, you can run 2 of them. Ridiculously good card. Maybe I'm overrating it at 5, but I do think it's very powerful. 5, I'm gonna give it a 5, but maybe you can argue 4, but my God, that is so many stats. What a ridiculously good card. Next, we have another fire spell. There's a reason why there's so many fire spells. You'll see in a bit. 4 mana fire spell, equip a 4/2 sword. So like True Silver, Death Spite, all that. And you give a random minion in your hand +4/+2. This is similar to that legendary weapon that Paladin had, right? It was a 6 mana 4/2 weapon. It had a death rattle. If it would give a minion in your hand +4/+2. And then when that died, it would re-equip it. Why I can't remember that legendary's weapon, I don't know. But this is kind of like that, except it's just like up front, you get the buff, and it's not infinite. Like it's whatever minion gets the buff doesn't transfer it on, but it's pretty damn solid. It's a 4/2 weapon and a hand buff. Like it's only on 1 minion. Maybe it's not going to make the cut overall, but you want fire spells, trust me on that. And it's pretty good with that weapon, with that size and the stats it's going to get. I think it's a solid card. I will give this. And again, this doesn't just have to go into like an Enraged Warrior. It doesn't have to go in anything specific. A 4/2 weapon is good. A hand buff is good. I'm going to give it a 4 to 5 in standard. I think it's just a really, really good card. And it also helps that warrior cards suck right now. And they need more help. And cards like this is pretty good. In Wild, that's where I don't know where it goes into. I feel like these cards slot into stuff in Wild. This, not so much. I'm going to give it 2 in Wild. Maybe even Warrior can abuse it somehow. But yeah, I don't think it's a Wild card. But overall, the first 2 cards absolutely are. Next, we have a 1 mana 1/3. We got a premium statted 1-drop with upside. After you cast a fire spell, even more fire, you deal 1 damage to all minions. And if you're not aware, these are all the fire spells. There's also that other fire spell that I think summons taunts, and the only one in standard currently right now is the Fires of Zin Ajari, I believe. I could be wrong on that. I just searched by fire and that's what came up, and you're not going to want to run this card. It's terrible, but these other fire spells are pretty good. And then boom, you're dealing 1 damage to all minions, including your own, so that can self-damage, get your card draw going. It's like Risky Skipper, but a lot worse, right? But Risky Skipper is one of the most busted cards ever. This is still pretty darn good. I'm gonna give it a 4 to 5 in standard, 2 in Wild because you're playing Risky Skipper like you just are. I don't think you want that much redundancy where you're running a bunch of fire spells, Risky Skipper and all of that. But yeah, this is a great card to control the board, get your stuff self-damage, get things buffed, get card draw going, all that good stuff. It's just a really good card, incredible package. And then lastly, the legendary, the most fire of them all, Thori Balor. Let me know how bad I'm pronouncing it. 4 mana 4/4 rush. Everything has rush. Death Rattle, it goes dormant, and then every time you cast a fire spell, you revive it. And then you can do that twice. So this can come back 2 more times. You're raising this Phoenix from the ashes, and it comes back as a 4/4. You can trade in. It can be damaged, and then you can activate your other stuff going on. Then you cast a fire spell again, and it's back. So it's like a 4 mana 12/12 with a little bit of work, right? And that's not bad considering you're going to want to run these cards. I'm sorry, there's no way you don't want to run these cards. They are really strong, and then you throw this in there. I don't think it's as good as the other cards, but I feel like as a throwaway, as a cool legendary, it probably fits in pretty well. So, and again, you don't have to like be in a rage deck for this. As long as you're running some of these fire spells just regardless, I think you can run it. So I'm gonna give it a 4 to 5 in standard again, 2 to 5 in Wild, because there's just so many better rush options that you can like cheat out, like Brutes and Bloodsworn them and all that kind of stuff. I'll give it 2 in Wild, but these are really strong Warrior cards, and I'm a lot more optimistic about Warrior now, seeing these cards compared to the first 5. And we can take a quick look at the Warrior cards. There was one other fire spell, Embers of Strength. Give 2 1/2 guards, summon 2 1/2 guards with taunt, which you'll probably want to throw in there too, because it's not bad. It goes wide, you get self-damage. It really goes well together with all of this, right, Nova? She is like, she wants to play. She's sitting there, she wants to play these Warrior cards. I'm really excited. I think they're really cool. Alkali said they're a lot more spicy. She was not wrong. These are on fire. Absolutely cool cards, and we'll see how it plays out. Let me know what you guys think. I'm just, as someone who loves to play Warrior, I'm just a little bit more optimistic optimistic. And well, we'll have our next card review probably at 10 in the morning. And then there's one at like noon as well. So I don't know, maybe we'll combine them. We'll see how spicy those cards are. So stay tuned for that. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.